Today, on this edition of More Than Books, library safety training was held for staff, just in case of an emergency. Computer classes were held for senior citizens. That was a great hit with patrons. The excitement is building for the upcoming Battle of the Books competition.
You know, people think of reading as a solitary, boring...
And we ended the year with a couple of great musical performances. The Sky Island Band was here, and we brought in Alexander Zonjic also. We'll have all this and more today on More Than Books. Hello, I'm Dave Ewick, Southfield City Librarian. Welcome to More Than Books. As we start this new year, 2019, I want to let you know that we're preparing to create a new strategic plan for the library. It will help us determine library goals and priorities as we build for the future. Let me take a minute to remind residents of our current vision and our mission statement, along with what we see as our roles in the community. Our vision is that we help people succeed. Our mission is to enrich the community by providing opportunities to learn, to connect, to enjoy, and to discover. The roles that we see for ourselves are that we are a guide to make timely, accurate, and useful information accessible in a variety of formats. We help patrons with reference requests. We help people locate and retrieve information. Our resources are available in person, by phone, and online. Secondly, we offer collections and programs to encourage reading and informational literacy. Third, the library serves as a hub of community living and culture. We offer opportunities for personal enrichment and growth. The new strategic plan timeline has not been set yet, but if you'd like to participate, we'd love to have you. Please contact me at dewick@southfieldlibrary.org. Now let's look at what we have in store on today's show. The library holds computer classes in how to use Microsoft software, how to do genealogical research, and how to use Google for your best search results, as staffing and resources allow. Recently, a class was held for Southfield seniors who struggle with computers. It was offered by author and instructor Mike Wilson.
Even though this is 2018 and computers have been around for a while, not everybody knows how to use them. So it's still important to offer computer classes, and we do it a multitude of ways. And one of the newest ways is we're partnering with Parks and Rec to be able to expand our offerings to the community of Southfield. So today's topic is about Windows. It's a basic operating system for most of the computers, and once you learn how to use that, then you can dive off into all the other things, like using the internet and searching for that. You can use that to write a document, but you got to know the basics first. So this class teaches you the basic fundamentals that you then branch off from.
Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Mike Wilson. I am a computer instructor by skill, by trade, by profession. I have been doing this for about 12 years now, and I teach at a number of colleges and libraries and senior centers. I think I've taught at all of the community colleges in Southeast Michigan, Wayne County, Henry Ford, Mary Grove. Currently teach at Schoolcraft, have been there for about 12 years. And I specialize in what I call the older crowd, the mature crowd, seniors. I'm up to about 35 cities now, believe it or not, in Michigan, Southeast Michigan, but lately I've branched up to go up north. And I just love to see seniors learn computers.
The Southfield Public Library has about 100 computers available on a first-come, first-served basis. General use computers provide internet access and allow printing in black and white or in color. USB drives may be used at these computers. We also provide computer labs with public use computers which have Microsoft Office on them. Our computer labs are located on the first and third floors. We have well-trained computers assistants available specifically to help you with computer questions.
I found out about today's class in the Southfield Parks and Recs booklet. Well, I'm basically here to support my mother and to help her, who's completely new to computers, and to be assistance to helping her familiarize herself with the computer classes. I basically use the computer for email, for searches, for shopping, for research.
Vicki Mason took the class with her mother, who's 88 years old.
No, I think that she will probably get familiar with some religious sites and check out some, maybe some shopping, but basically just research and general basic search options. I have researched programs that are online, and that's what I was showing her, how to research those programs online and look up things that she may have missed over the radio or on television, and she can look them up online, and it's basically the same thing. He's an excellent teacher. He's an excellent teacher. He's very patient. He's trying to work with more than one level of computers to assist all of the students in the class to meet them at their need. And I think he's an excellent teacher.
And in addition to this, we offer a couple other things to help. We offer computer classes on internet searching here at the library. We also offer Tech Talk, which is one-on-one help with one of our librarians. This could be on how to set up a Facebook account, how to use your phone. You can ask basically any question you want and get that one-on-one help that you sometimes need that you can't just figure out on your own. And then we also offer Gale Courses. Gale Courses is available online for free. The library pays for it, so that way you get it for free. And they have all sorts of classes that are instructor-led over 6 weeks, but you do it at your own pace. You have a weekly assignment. There could be on accounting, Word, Excel. They even have gardening classes. It's a little bit of everything, and it's available free all through the library's websites.
There are a couple of different ways you can reach out to the library. Go to the library's website at southfieldlibrary.org, and you'll find lots of great information there. Or if you don't feel confident in that yet, give us a call at our reference desk. The number is 248-796-4280. And you can talk to a real person who can answer your questions. The Southfield Library is getting known as a great place to hear live music with its ongoing Jazz and Blues at Your Library series. This past fall, we had lots of additional music events happening, and in December, we had special performances by the Sky Island Band and Alexander Zonjic.
We had a lot of great musical artists, including Sky Island, which kicked it off last Saturday with some great original music from our very own Mike Talley and his band.
You know, I never thought I could bring together my two passions. I'm a big supporter of the Southfield Public Library, and I produce a couple shows for the library in the city. One's called More Than Books, and the other one's called The Author's Den. My other passion is music, and I've been performing in Michigan for 20, 30 years in a variety of different venues. And I've been working with Don McGee, producer of the Jazz and Blues at Your Library series. And I was thrilled when they invited my band Sky Island to perform. You know, one of the things that made this special for me was that we were doing a lot of original music, songs that we've written ourselves. And I have some great players in the band. This guy, Robert Reeves, playing saxophone, is tremendous. Darren Powers, who's actually the leader of Sky Island, he's a great songwriter as well. You know, one of the things about performing here at the library, it's kind of an intimate show, you know, and people are right there up front with you, so there's a lot of interaction. You either get applauded or nobody threw anything, but still it was a really nice crowd for us. You know, I'm proud to be included in the lineup of talented musicians who performed at the library. There have been so many different people, different styles of music here, from blues and jazz, country, all kinds of music, and I'm really proud to be a part of it.
And then, of course, it concluded with the fabulous Alexander Zonchik, who had a packed crowd. It was really a wonderful night. We included everyone, Mike, including those in wheelchairs. We had room for all. We always try to make room for people despite any type of physical limitations. Music is for everyone, and Alexander really delighted the crowds. He took pictures afterward. He was so wonderful. He said hello to staff members. He was just, he couldn't have been more lovely to work with. I just had a very tiny bit of interaction with him, and I was really impressed.
You know, while I'm at it, I may as well talk about all the great music events that happen in Southfield. You know, there's the Bird Concert Series during the summer, there's the Eat to the Beat concerts, and you know, we also have the Kinney Horn Jazz Festival that's just started up last year. 2 nights of music, great fun. And then Alexander Zonchik has been doing his Rhythm and Rhymes concert. So we have a great year of music ahead of us.
You know, the library is like any other public building in that there are lots of people here on any given day. Sometimes people have arguments, disagreements, marital problems, and they spill over into the public arena. While we hope never to have such an emergency situation, we know that there's a chance it will happen. With the proper training, we can learn to avert and prepare for potential emergency situations better. Library staff members recently went through such training.
It may feel like just another day at the office, but occasionally, life feels more like an action movie than reality. The authorities are working hard to protect you and to protect our public spaces. But sometimes bad people do bad things. Their motivations are different. The warning signs may vary, but the devastating effects are the same.
Police department has done extensive training with our officers, and our department is ready if we had that unfortunate incident to deal with. But what we see as a secondary mission is now going out into our community and making sure that our residents would be ready if unfortunately they were ever involved in that incident, and how to deal with those critical 2-3 minutes before the officers arrive.
Bad. So I use that as my comparison. Flying in a plane, safe, generally speaking, you're safe, but we need to at least talk about it. That makes sense? So our goal is not to scare you in any way. We don't identify the city of Southfield as being a target location. We don't.
Mike Kazilla is with the Southfield Police Department. He's a retired sergeant, but has extensive training with the county and other national programs that he's brought back to the city. And he shares with us best practices and how best for residents and our community to respond to these situations.
Our goal today, again, our goal today is not to scare you, okay? As you'll see by the numbers that we're going to be talking about, in relative terms, you spread these numbers of these incidents across the country, there's not a ton of them. So our risk for any one of us to be really involved in an active shooter event is really quite low. Disaster response psychology, we're going to talk about how people behave in general in high stress events. Okay? Again, like we talked about, people have different backgrounds, different coping skills, different training, you know, and sometimes I'll sit there and say is that sometimes we need to help each other out.
Oh yeah, we have confrontations quite a bit. Not any major deals, no big issues, but quite a few confrontations with people. And in the event that something like that does happen, we're really close to the police department, for one. So that helps a lot. That helps tremendously. So major deals are handled pretty much by them. Well, some of those instances are parents exchanging children, custody type situations. We have a lot of that type thing going on. And a lot of times the two parents or both bodies are highly upset about something that's going on internally with those people personally. So we've had a few of those incidents also. The one instance was two parents. The mother and stepfather were bringing the child to meet with the biological father. And the two men decided that they were going to have a confrontation. They yelled and screamed at each other, and one guy even took a swing at the other one. So that happened in the lobby area. And the police had to be called for that situation, and they took care of it right away.
There's two primary programs that you'll hear people talk about, and I just want to tell you the difference as to, well, why do we talk about avoid, deny, defend when there's run, hide, fight? Or why are we talking run, hide, fight?
Here at the library, we have had patron confrontations with staff or patron-on-patron confrontations, which we would have to be prepared for the worst-case scenario, but also we would have to know what to do as far as our own safety and precautions that we need to take in order to continue or to stay safe. So I felt really positive about the training and that it was needed, especially for new employees coming in. That way they could tour the building, find out the closest exits. Things that I learned were many events or scenarios that could happen don't rarely happen. But it's always great to be prepared just in case, if there's a fire, if there's active shooter, or in case we have to get hundreds of people to safety.
We have a tendency to do what they did, go to the ground, not move, that type of thing. And they basically, I hate to say it, is that they waited until the threat really got there, type of thing. 4 minutes that call lasted. By FBI estimates, it was 12 minutes from the time the shooting started till they entered into the library. So in 4 minutes, how far can you move? In 12 minutes, how far can you move? Okay? So that's really the kind of the point behind this is figure out a plan, is that if you don't think that you can get out, and we're going to talk about the difference, if you don't think you can get, at least barricade the door and put some obstacles in the way so they just can't come in and have free reign, you know, do something. Don't just go there and wait. You know, either get out, barricade yourself in, get ready to fight, and we'll talk about all those steps. Make sense? Okay. We need to learn what our natural tendencies are. Again, I'm not saying that everybody here would do that, but some people, that's what we would have that tendency to do. Okay?
I thought that the instructor was really good. He brought some really interesting perspectives to the training. He'd been through a lot of training with Oakland County and doing it for the police there in like the courthouse area up on Telegraph. And he was able to translate like the different concepts he was talking about into the space that we have here. You know, because every building is different. Like, I don't know if you can hear, there are littles in here, there are a lot of little kids. When you have different ages, that makes a difference. When you have different abilities, that makes a difference. A lot of times we get volunteers in here from JVS who may have some developmental delays. So when you have to deal with people that are not, you know, that are a little bit different, sometimes you have to make sure that you have different ways to get out of the building if it would fire or any other kind of an emergency, where they need to shelter if there's a tornado or any other type of thing like that. So we made sure to go around afterwards, and since I'm newer, I wasn't sure exactly where everything was. So I found out where all the emergency exits were, where all of the fire extinguishers were, where the pull boxes are, and how to get out of the building if we need to.
I think it would be very valuable to help people find out a little bit about the places that they work in. Find out all of the exit areas and the areas that they can try to escape to, and a lot about what to do in case of a situation happens. So
it's a way of just being more aware, not being fearful, because especially if you're an employee here and you have people in the building and you need to, you know, help shepherd them into whatever area if there's a tornado or a fire, you need to be calm about it.
Justin, I thought it was a great training, and I thought the Southfield Police Department's retiree did a great job.
You know, okay. I made a point, because I am newer, to go up to the other floors, just in case I was on a different floor, to find out where the emergency exits were and where the fire extinguishers were, that type of thing. I think it was really useful.
Even though we don't anticipate violent confrontations here, it could happen. So we provide staff members with training to learn how to be better prepared in case of an emergency.
The police department's very excited to get this program out to our community, to as many members of our community as we can. And we see this as our mission to prepare our residents for an unfortunate tragedy.
Battle of the Books is special for me. You know, people think of reading as a solitary, boring thing. And when I come here, in fact, I just posted on my Facebook page that imagine yourself going to a basketball game, screaming fans everywhere. That's what this is. This is just like, it's like competitive reading. For these kids to get this excited about reading some books and answering some questions gives me a thrill beyond all measure.
Battle of Books is underway. Teams are made up of kids who live in or go to school in Southfield or Lathrop Village and an adult team manager. The manager is in charge of communicating with the library. The 4th and 5th grade Battle of the Books is on Tuesday, March the 12th, 2019. The Middle School Challenge is on Wednesday, March 13th, 2019. Both events begin at 7 p.m. at the Southfield Pavilion. If you have any questions, please call or visit the Southfield Public Library.
I'm so glad you've discovered More Than Books. Now come on down and visit us at the Southfield Public Library. We're a world-class library with a fantastic building, amazing collections, and terrific people, all ready, willing, and able to serve your information needs. Do you have an idea, a question, or a comment about the library? See a staff member or contact me at dewick@southfieldlibrary.org. Thanks for watching. We're glad that you're a member of our community, and join us next time for More Than Books.